Great white sharks right off our coast.
When they came face to face with a great white shark last weekend.
In 2003, a 9-foot great white shark, nicknamed Shark Alpha, mysteriously vanished, leaving only its geotag tracker behind.
The scientists tracking the great white shark spotted not far from New York City.
Watch as his team attaches a GPS satellite tracking device to this great white.
The data revealed a chilling story. A sudden deep dive and a spike in temperature hinted at an encounter with a massive predator. What could overpower such a formidable creature? From killer whales to ancient sea monsters, the theories are as fascinating as they are terrifying. Let's dive into this mystery and uncover the truth. The Great White Alpha Attract Giant. In 2003, a groundbreaking marine research project set out to unravel the mysteries of great white sharks, the apex predators of the ocean. Among their subjects was a strikingly powerful female, later named Shark Alpha. At an impressive 9 feet long and weighing nearly a ton, Alpha was a perfect candidate for the study. Her immense size and robust health made her an ideal subject to track, as scientists sought to understand more about the movements, behavior, and ecology of these mysterious creatures. Great white sharks, though iconic, remained poorly understood in many ways. Known for their hunting prowess and critical role in marine ecosystems, they are both feared and admired. However, their migratory routes, hunting strategies, and depth limits were largely speculative at the time. Scientists hoped that by tracking Alpha and other sharks, they could fill these gaps and gain insights that could inform both conservation efforts and our broader understanding of the ocean's dynamics. Alpha was tagged off the coast of Bremer Bay, Australia, a hotspot for marine biodiversity. This region, with its rich feeding grounds and underwater valleys, was thought to be a critical area for great whites. To collect the data, researchers used a geotagging device affixed to Alpha's dorsal fin. This cutting-edge technology was designed to record her location, depth, and the surrounding water temperature, transmitting the data whenever she surfaced. The tag was small yet durable, capable of withstanding the stresses of Alpha's swift movements and powerful body. The tagging process itself was a delicate operation, requiring both precision and a deep understanding of shark behavior. Approaching Alpha by boat, the researchers used a long pole to carefully attach the tag without harming her. For a creature as large and formidable as Alpha, even a minor misstep could lead to a dangerous encounter. Fortunately, the operation was successful, and the team eagerly awaited the data that would shed light on Alpha's life beneath the waves. In the weeks following her tagging, Alpha exhibited behavior that aligned with what scientists knew about great whites. She patrolled the coastal waters, hunting for seals and fish, and occasionally ventured into deeper regions. Her movements demonstrated the species' adaptability as both coastal hunters and open ocean roamers. Each data transmission painted a vivid picture of her activity, providing valuable insights into her role in the marine food web. However, this routine would soon take a dramatic and unanticipated turn. 4 months after the tag was attached, researchers were astonished to find the device washed ashore, damaged but intact. The team initially feared technical failure, but upon retrieving the data, they discovered a chilling sequence of events that defied explanation. The information revealed not only the depth and distances Alpha traveled, but also a series of anomalies that hinted at a catastrophic encounter. Shark Alpha's mysterious dive. 4 months after being tagged, Alpha's geotag device washed ashore, damaged but intact. The data retrieved revealed a sequence of events that defied explanation and sparked one of the greatest marine mysteries of the modern era. The geotag's recordings began normally. Alpha had been swimming at a depth of around 60 feet, consistent with her usual hunting range. However, on Christmas Eve, the data showed an abrupt change. At approximately 11:45 p.m., Alpha veered sharply off her regular course and began a rapid, almost vertical descent into the ocean's depths. In mere moments, Alpha plunged from 60 feet to an astonishing depth of 1,900 feet, nearly 1,000 feet deeper than great whites are known to dive. The speed and precision of the dive suggested that this was not a random or accidental movement. Rather, it appeared as though Alpha had been dragged or chased. Then something even stranger occurred. As Alpha reached the deepest point recorded by the geotag, the surrounding water temperature spiked dramatically. Initially, the water was a chilly 46 degrees Fahrenheit, typical for that depth. Suddenly, the temperature rose to 78 degrees Fahrenheit, a stark and unnatural increase that suggested the tag had entered the body of a warm-blooded predator. This temperature far above the natural environment pointed to a scenario where Alpha had been consumed by another creature, likely one much larger and more powerful than herself. The implications of this discovery were staggering. Alpha, a formidable predator in her own right, had seemingly fallen victim to an even mightier oceanic force. This raised an immediate question: what could possibly overpower a nearly 2,000-pound great white shark? To add to the mystery, the timing of the event was unusual. Great whites are primarily diurnal hunters, yet Alpha's disappearance occurred at night. Additionally, the deep dive and subsequent temperature spike suggested a predator capable of both incredible strength and physiological adaptability, characteristics that narrowed the list of potential culprits but didn't provide a definitive answer. Theories began to emerge. Some scientists speculated that Alpha had encountered a pod of killer whales. Known to hunt and kill great whites, orcas are among the few marine animals capable of overpowering such a predator. However, the extreme depth and the warm temperature spike didn't align with typical killer whale behavior, as orcas are surface hunters and rarely dive beyond a few hundred feet. Others proposed the involvement of a giant squid, a deep-sea predator known for its stealth and strength. The dive depth matched the habitat of these elusive creatures, and their tentacles could feasibly overpower a shark. Yet this theory faltered when considering the temperature data, as squids are cold-blooded and wouldn't cause such a spike. The most tantalizing theory involved the legendary Megalodon, a prehistoric shark that ruled the seas millions of years ago. Though believed to be extinct, the Megalodon's immense size and power made it a compelling candidate in the eyes of some enthusiasts. Yet, the lack of modern evidence for such a creature meant this theory remained speculative at best. Cannibalistic sharks. Great white sharks have long been revered as apex predators, but even these formidable creatures aren't immune to danger from their own kind. Cannibalism among sharks, particularly great whites, is a documented phenomenon that has intrigued and unsettled scientists. While cannibalism is often linked to survival strategies in less abundant ecosystems, in great whites, it seems to occur as a complex interplay of competition, opportunism, and sheer dominance within their ranks. Cannibalism in great whites is not new. Juvenile sharks are especially vulnerable, as they often fall prey to larger sharks, including their own kin. This behavior is part of an evolutionary strategy. Weaker or less adept individuals are removed from the population, allowing the strongest to thrive. This predatory cannibalism is a brutal but efficient way of maintaining ecological balance within the species. However, the case of Shark Alpha, a fully grown, nearly 1-ton adult, being potentially consumed by another great white, adds an entirely new layer of mystery. One compelling aspect of this theory is the phenomenon of gigantism in sharks. Gigantism is a condition where abnormal levels of growth hormone cause an individual to grow far beyond the typical size for their species. In rare cases, this can result in truly massive specimens akin to the legendary super sharks described in folklore. While scientific evidence of gigantism in great whites is limited, there are documented cases of sharks exceeding the average size. Such sharks would hold a distinct advantage in encounters with others, potentially making them capable of overpowering even a large adult like Shark Alpha. In Alpha's case, the temperature data from her geotag suggested she was consumed by a warm-blooded predator. Great whites are partially warm-blooded, allowing them to regulate their body temperature in a way that increases efficiency and strength during hunts. This physiological trait aligns with the data recorded when Alpha's tag spiked to 78 degrees Fahrenheit, a temperature consistent with the internal warmth of another great white. The possibility of cannibalism in this case raises several intriguing questions. Could Alpha have encountered an exceptionally large shark, a giant among great whites? If so, what drove this interaction to escalate into predation? Was it territorial aggression, competition for food, or merely an opportunistic strike? These questions underscore the brutal and enigmatic nature of great white behavior. Killer whales as predators. Killer whales, or orcas, are often regarded as the ultimate apex predators of the ocean. With their exceptional intelligence, coordinated hunting strategies, and immense strength, they dominate the marine food web. Unlike great whites, which are largely solitary hunters, orcas operate in pods using sophisticated communication and teamwork to take down prey that includes seals, dolphins, and even large whales. Their predatory prowess makes them one of the few animals capable of challenging and overpowering great white sharks. In the case of shark alpha, killer whales were among the first suspects considered. Their reputation as great white hunters is well earned. Orcas are known to target sharks, often flipping them onto their backs to induce tonic immobility, a state where the shark becomes paralyzed and unable to defend itself. This strategy allows orcas to access the shark's liver, a highly nutritious organ rich in fats and energy. The kill zone, the area off Bremer Bay where Alpha's geotag data was recorded, is a hotspot for marine predators, including killer whales. Orcas are frequently observed in this region, hunting and interacting with other top predators. Given their size and strength, adult orcas can reach lengths of over 30 feet and weigh up to 10 tons. They are more than capable of overpowering a great white shark. However, several aspects of Alpha's case made this theory less likely. The depth at which Alpha's final moments occurred, approximately 1,900 feet, presented a significant challenge to the killer whale hypothesis. While orcas are skilled divers, their hunts typically take place at or near the surface. Deep dives are not a common behavior for killer whales, especially not to depths approaching 2,000 feet. Additionally, the temperature data from Alpha's geotag suggested an internal environment cooler than an orca's body temperature, which averages around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This discrepancy further complicated the theory. Despite these inconsistencies, the orca hypothesis remains plausible in certain scenarios. It's possible that Alpha was attacked at the surface and her geotag subsequently carried to deeper waters. Alternatively, the predator responsible for her death might have been a member of an unusually behaviorally adapted pod of killer whales. Such a pod could exhibit unique hunting techniques, though no direct evidence of this has been found. Killer whales' predation on great whites has broader ecological implications. Studies in regions like South Africa have shown that the presence of orcas can dramatically alter shark behavior. When killer whales enter an area, great whites often flee, abandoning hunting grounds for weeks or even months. This displacement affects the local marine ecosystem, altering prey dynamics and competition among predators. The giant squid hypothesis. The giant squid, with its massive size and mysterious life in the ocean's depths, has long fueled speculation about its role as an apex predator. These elusive creatures, capable of growing up to 59 feet long, are among the largest invertebrates on Earth, living primarily in the mesopelagic and bathypelagic zones between 1,000 and 2,000 feet below the surface. They are perfectly positioned in the depths where Shark Alpha's final moments unfolded. Could such a creature be responsible for the disappearance of a nearly 1-ton great white shark? Giant squids are equipped with powerful tentacles that are lined with hundreds of suction cups, each containing serrated rings capable of gripping prey with extraordinary force. These tentacles, which can stretch up to 33 feet, give them a considerable reach and the ability to ensnare unsuspecting victims. Their large eyes, some of the biggest in the animal kingdom, allow them to detect faint traces of light in the deep sea, aiding them in hunting prey in near-total darkness. As ambush predators, giant squids are known to target fish and smaller squid, but their true capabilities remain a mystery due to the difficulty of studying them in their natural habitat. The hypothesis that a giant squid could have attacked Shark Alpha is supported by the depth at which her tag recorded its final data, approximately 1,900 feet. This is well within the range of the giant squid's known habitat. Additionally, giant squids are strong enough to overpower large prey, and some researchers have proposed that they might even be capable of attacking sharks under certain conditions. In 2020, for example, a white-tip shark was found with circular suction scars, likely inflicted by a giant squid. Such evidence indicates that squids are not entirely averse to engaging with sharks. However, several factors make this hypothesis unlikely in Alpha's case. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence against the giant squid theory is the temperature spike recorded by Alpha's geotag. After Alpha's dive to 1,900 feet, the temperature rose to 78 degrees Fahrenheit, indicating that the tag had entered the body of a warm-blooded predator. Giant squids, like other invertebrates, are cold-blooded, meaning their body temperature matches that of the surrounding water. The water temperature at that depth was recorded as 46 degrees Fahrenheit, and a squid's internal temperature would not differ significantly from this. Another issue with the giant squid hypothesis is their predatory behavior. While their tentacles are powerful, their diet primarily consists of smaller fish and squid. Attacking a large, fully grown great white shark would be an extraordinary and unprecedented feat for a squid. Even if such an attack occurred, the squid would likely struggle to completely subdue and consume a creature as large and powerful as Shark Alpha. The Mosasaurus myth. The Mosasaurus, a prehistoric marine reptile that lived during the late Cretaceous period, is often invoked in discussions of mysterious ocean predators. These formidable creatures, which could grow over 50 feet long, were apex predators in their time, ruling the seas with razor-sharp teeth and a powerful, streamlined body built for speed and agility. While they are widely believed to have gone extinct around 66 million years ago, their reputation as oceanic titans has kept them firmly embedded in popular imagination. Could a Mosasaurus or a similar prehistoric predator have survived undetected in the ocean's depths and been responsible for the disappearance of Shark Alpha? This theory is fueled by the vastness of the ocean, of which over 80% remains unexplored. Proponents of the Mosasaurus hypothesis argue that such an enormous creature could theoretically inhabit these uncharted territories, avoiding detection by humans. Mosasauruses were incredibly well adapted to life in the open ocean. With flipper-like limbs and a long shark-like tail, they could reach speeds of up to 30 miles per hour, making them efficient hunters capable of ambushing prey. Their massive jaws, lined with rows of sharp teeth, allowed them to tackle large and formidable prey. A Mosasaurus attacking a great white shark would have been a one-sided battle, with the Mosasaurus's sheer size and power ensuring a swift victory. However, there are significant challenges to this theory. First and foremost is the lack of fossil evidence suggesting the survival of Mosasauruses beyond the Cretaceous period. The mass extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs also caused dramatic changes to marine ecosystems. Ocean acidification and reduced food availability made it nearly impossible for large marine reptiles to survive. While some species, like certain sharks and rays, adapted and endured, there is no evidence to suggest that Mosasauruses did the same. Additionally, the idea that such a large creature could evade detection for millions of years is implausible. Modern technology, including sonar and deep-sea exploration vehicles, has revealed a wealth of information about marine life, including elusive species like the giant squid. Yet no traces of a living Mosasaurus or similar creatures have ever been found. Their size alone would make them difficult to miss, as they would require vast amounts of food and would likely leave behind evidence in the form of carcasses, bite marks, or even sonar signatures. Megalodon. Fact or fiction? The megalodon, an ancient predator that ruled the oceans millions of years ago, has captivated imaginations as one of the most formidable creatures to have ever existed. With the estimated lengths reaching up to 60 feet, this colossal shark dwarfed today's great whites. Fossil evidence, primarily consisting of massive teeth, some over 7 inches long, offers a glimpse into the terrifying power and dominance of the megalodon. But could this giant still roam the ocean's depths, or is it truly extinct? The history of the megalodon dates back to the Miocene epoch, around 23 million years ago. As the apex predator of its time, it hunted whales, large fish, and other marine mammals, exerting a profound influence on its ecosystem. Its massive jaws, capable of exerting a bite force of over 40,000 pounds per square inch, could crush the bones of even the largest prey. Fossils of megalodon teeth have been found worldwide, indicating its wide distribution across warm, shallow seas. The megalodon is believed to have gone extinct approximately 3.6 million years ago. Its disappearance coincided with significant changes in the Earth's climate and marine ecosystems. Global cooling events led to the decline of warm water habitats, and the migration of its primary prey to colder regions likely placed immense pressure on the species. Additionally, competition with smaller, faster predators such as early forms of modern sharks may have contributed to its downfall. Despite the scientific consensus regarding its extinction, speculation persists that the megalodon may still exist in unexplored parts of the ocean. The vastness of the deep sea, with more than 80% remaining uncharted, fuels such theories. Supporters point to the rediscovery of species once thought extinct, such as the coelacanth, as evidence that the megalodon could be lurking in the depths. However, there are critical differences. The coelacanth is a relatively small and elusive fish, while the megalodon's massive size and dietary needs would make it challenging to evade detection. One of the strongest arguments against the survival of the megalodon is the lack of recent evidence. No megalodon teeth have been found in sediments younger than 3.6 million years, and modern shark populations do not exhibit behaviors or injuries indicative of interactions with such a predator. Moreover, the shallow, warm coastal waters where the megalodon thrived are now heavily monitored by marine researchers and divers, making it unlikely for such a large creature to go unnoticed. The mystery surrounding Shark Alpha has reignited interest in the megalodon's potential survival. The depth of Alpha's final moments, combined with the sudden temperature spike recorded by her geotag, has led some to speculate about the involvement of a megalodon. However, the evidence does not align with what is known about this ancient predator. Megalodons likely did not inhabit the extreme depths where Alpha's tag recorded its final data. Their physiology, adapted for warmer, shallower waters, would not support prolonged survival in the cold, dark environments of the deep sea. Temperature spike mystery. The disappearance of Shark Alpha became one of the most puzzling marine mysteries, not only because of the sudden depth change recorded by her geotag, but also due to the significant temperature spike that followed. This anomaly, where the water temperature around the tag rose from 46 degrees Fahrenheit to 78 degrees Fahrenheit, became a crucial piece of evidence in understanding the predator responsible for Alpha's fate. In the ocean's depths, temperatures are typically cold and stable, especially at a depth of 1,900 feet, where Alpha's tag recorded its final data. The initial temperature reading of 46 degrees Fahrenheit was consistent with what scientists expected at that depth. However, the sudden increase to 78 degrees Fahrenheit was far from ordinary. This dramatic spike indicated that the geotag had entered the body of another creature, one with a significantly warmer internal temperature. This finding ruled out cold-blooded creatures such as the giant squid or other deep-sea predators, which have body temperatures that align with their surrounding environment. For a predator to exhibit such a warm internal temperature, it had to be at least partially warm-blooded. This characteristic immediately narrowed the list of potential culprits to creatures like marine mammals or certain species of sharks. Warm-blooded predators such as killer whales maintain higher internal temperatures to support their active lifestyles. This adaptation enables them to regulate their body heat, move quickly, and sustain prolonged hunts. However, the 78 degrees Fahrenheit recorded by Alpha's tag was notably cooler than the average internal temperature of marine mammals, which typically ranges from 96 degrees Fahrenheit to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This discrepancy raised doubts about whether killer whales were involved in the attack. Among sharks, certain species are capable of thermoregulation, a partial form of warm-bloodedness. Great whites, for instance, can maintain body temperatures higher than their surroundings, giving them a metabolic edge during high-energy activities like hunting. The recorded temperature spike aligns closely with the internal temperature range of a great white shark, suggesting that Alpha may have been consumed by a much larger member of her own species. The role of temperature data in marine research cannot be overstated. It provides vital clues about predator-prey interactions, the physiology of marine animals, and the environmental conditions in which they thrive. In Alpha's case, the geotag's temperature readings were a breakthrough in deciphering the mystery. The data not only revealed the presence of a warm-blooded predator, but also pointed toward the possibility of cannibalism, a rare but documented behavior among great whites. The kill zone ecosystem. Bremer Bay, a remote area off the southern coast of Western Australia, is one of the most biologically diverse and perilous marine environments on Earth. Known as the kill zone, this region is a hotspot for predators and a deadly battleground for marine life. The name itself reflects the intense interactions between predators and prey that occur within its depths, creating a unique ecosystem teeming with life and death. The kill zone lies within a vast undersea canyon system that plunges to depths of nearly 3 miles. These underwater valleys are rich with nutrients thanks to natural upwellings and leaks of methane and other gases from the ocean floor. These nutrients fuel blooms of plankton and other microscopic organisms, forming the base of a complex food web that attracts an extraordinary range of marine species. Small fish and crustaceans thrive in these nutrient-rich waters, drawing in larger predators in a chain reaction of life and survival. The kill zone is infamous for its predator density, boasting a population of great white sharks, killer whales, and even occasional sightings of sperm whales and giant squid. Great whites dominate the upper levels of the marine food chain, patrolling the waters for seals, fish, and scavenging opportunities. The cold, nutrient-rich waters of Bremer Bay provide the perfect conditions for these sharks to thrive, often growing to impressive sizes. Killer whales or orcas are another major player in this ecosystem. Known for their intelligence and cooperative hunting strategies, orcas frequently visit the kill zone to prey on sharks and marine mammals. Their presence is known to disrupt the behavior of great whites, often forcing them to flee the area. This predator-predator interaction has profound effects on the local food web, altering the dynamics between species and shaping the ecosystem. The kill zone's depths are home to even more elusive predators. Giant squids, which inhabit the mesopelagic and bathypelagic zones, add an element of mystery to the region. While rarely seen, their presence is suggested by scars found on marine mammals and even sharks, hinting at their role as deep-sea hunters. These squids are perfectly adapted to the dark, high-pressure environment, using their enormous eyes and powerful tentacles to ambush prey. Adding to the danger, the kill zone is a site of frequent scavenging events. When large marine animals such as whales die in the area, their carcasses sink to the ocean floor, creating a temporary yet highly contested feeding ground. These whale falls attract a variety of scavengers, from sharks and orcas to smaller fish and crabs. The competition for such a rich food source often leads to intense confrontations between predators, further cementing the area's reputation as a battleground.